Here are 35 more fantastic controller-supported games for iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, and Mac. Please note, all games shown in my previous video are not here, apart from one exception. Also, I'm just focusing on games from the App Store across all the platforms, so if you're on Mac, just the App Store, not Steam or the Epic Games Store, etc. Number 35, we have Ultimate Rivals The Rink. Athletes from hockey, basketball, football, baseball, and soccer have been brought into an officially licensed hockey video game. You can play online or against the AI in 2-on-2 matches, and you can use crazy abilities. Ultimate Rivals The Rink is available to download on Apple Arcade and supports 60 FPS on all devices. Number 34 is Pascals Wager. Pascals Wager, an action RPG, is a game that almost must be played with a controller, as using the touchscreen is kind of awkward for the challenging gameplay. It is inspired by games such as Dark Souls or even the recent Jedi Fallen Order. Pascals Wager costs $6.99 USD on the App Store and supports 60 FPS gameplay. Number 33, we have Call of Duty Mobile. On the 16th of January 2020, COD Mobile was updated to version 1.0.10, which brought controller support. COD Mobile brings 7th gen console graphics and iconic online modes, maps, and characters from classic COD games. It's free to play and supports 60 FPS gameplay. Please note, controller support is limited to gameplay only. It doesn't work for menu interaction. Number 32 is Storm Boy. Based on the 1964 children's book of the same name, Storm Boy is a sweet little adventure game. It features good writing, a beautiful visual art style, and unique gameplay. Storm Boy costs $2.99 USD on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV. It is available on the Mac App Store at $5.99 USD, however, it doesn't support controllers on macOS. Number 31, we have Asphalt 9 Legends. I'm showing Asphalt 9 again because in January it was made available on the Mac App Store. It's the first video game using Project Catalyst, a new technology to easily translate an app between iPhone or iPad to Mac. Asphalt 9 Legends is free and plays at 60 FPS on all devices. Number 30 is Bad North Jotunn Edition. Strategy games typically don't have controller support, especially on touchscreen. Bad North thankfully does. It's all about defending your island from invaders. It starts out easy but becomes overwhelmingly challenging. Bad North costs $3.99 USD on iPhone and iPad, while the Mac App Store version costs $14.99 USD. It supports 60 FPS on all these devices. Number 29, we have Manifold Garden. Manifold Garden is a puzzle adventure game that plays with the aspect of physics. You can change your viewing angle to traverse the environment and to solve puzzles. Geometry here repeats infinitely in every direction, and falling down leads you back to where you started. Manifold Garden is available to download on Apple Arcade. Number 28 is Forgotton Anne. Ever lost a sock and wondered what happened to it? If so, you'll vibe with platformer Forgotton Anne, as it features a universe where lost objects live. It's free to try on iPhone and iPad with a full game in-app purchase of $9.99 USD. The Mac App Store version costs $19.99 USD. Number 27, we have Tabletop Racing World Tour. Here is a solo or multiplayer arcade racing game where you drive tiny cars. There are power-ups to use, cars to unlock, split-screen battles, and both players can use separate controllers, and we have 4K resolution support on Apple TV 4K. Tabletop Racing World Tour goes for $4.99 USD and plays at 60 FPS on all devices. Number 26 is Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. This is a reboot of the original 80s game, Wonder Boy, bringing new graphics and a new soundtrack. You play as an adventurer who is cursed into a half-human, half-lizard monster, and then you go in the search for a cure. There are lots of worlds to discover, different enemy types, and difficulty options to select. This game costs $7.99 USD. Number 25, we have Hello Neighbor. On the 30th of October 2019, horror game Hello Neighbor was updated to version 1.08, bringing controller support. It's the same terrifying stealth game as found on PC or console, just with not as advanced graphical fidelity. Hello Neighbor is free to try with a full game in-app purchase of $14.99 USD. Number 24 is Kenshō or Kenshō, I don't know how to say it, sorry. On the 13th of September 2019, this game was updated to version 1.8, which brought controller support to iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV. Unfortunately, not on Mac. It's a puzzler where you have to match blocks. As you solve puzzles, the narrative will evolve. It has a really beautiful art style and very calming music. The game costs $3.99 USD across all Apple platforms and plays at 60 FPS on all devices. Number 23, we have Pico Tanks. Pico Tanks is a fast-paced 3 vs 3 tank brawler. You can customize your tank, use different power-ups and weapons, and go into different multiplayer modes. It's a really pretty game too. I love the art style and animations. Pico Tanks is free to play. Please note, controller support is limited to gameplay only. It doesn't work for menu interaction. Number 22 is Doom and Doom 2. I'm combining both classic FPS games here. While they are old, they are still really fun to experience on the go. Recently, they have been updated with 60 FPS gameplay, added aspect ratio options, and overall performance optimizations. Both games cost $4.99 USD. Please note, the game doesn't fit the full screen aspect ratio of 2018 iPad Pros. Number 21, we have Hogwash. Here is a funny 3 vs 1 multiplayer game for you guys. You can go into online or offline matches and play as a piggy or a farmhand. The pigs have the goal of spreading mud on the farmhand's prized possessions, and the worker must stop them by spraying water. Hogwash is available to download on Apple Arcade. Number 20 is Farming Simulator 20. FS20 for mobile almost matches the PC and console version, with improved graphics, a cockpit view, and more to do. It's still missing the ability to walk around. Still, it's fun, and it's just a classic simulation game where you can do anything farming related. The game goes for $5.99 USD on the App Store. Number 19, we have Agent A, a puzzle in disguise. On the 17th of September 2019, Agent A, a puzzle in disguise, was updated to version 5.1.0, which brought gamepad support. This is an episodic puzzle adventure tale where you are trying to catch enemy spy Ruby LaRouge. The game costs 99 cents on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV, while the Mac version costs $1.99 USD. Number 18 is LEGO Jurassic World. The LEGO games have always been insanely fun to play with a controller. LEGO Jurassic World is my personal favourite, and recently has been updated for new iPhone and iPad screens. It's the same game as the PC or console version, but with dumbed down visuals. LEGO Jurassic World costs $4.99 USD. Number 17, we have Discolored. Discolored takes place in a desolate location, and the goal is to restore colour and open up environments by solving puzzles. It's a little short, at around 2 hours or so, but the graphics are top-notch and the puzzles are fun, engaging, and challenging. Discolored is available to download on Apple Arcade. Number 16 is Leo's Fortune. While this game is quite old now, it's still one of my favourite platformers. Why? Because it has stunning art which looks gorgeous on Retina displays. It has incredibly well-designed levels and a lovable protagonist. Leo's Fortune costs $4.99 USD on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV, while the Mac App Store version costs $10.99 USD. Please note, the game doesn't fit the full screen aspect ratio of 2018 iPad Pros. Leo's Fortune also runs at 120 FPS on iPad Pros. Number 15, we have ShockRods. ShockRods is a multiplayer shooting game. It features online battles across numerous maps. We have vehicle customization, power-ups, crazy weapons, and great music too. The game's graphics look fantastic on Mac, while on iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV it's not the best. Still, the game is a really fun multiplayer experience. ShockRods is available to download on Apple Arcade. Number 14 is Figment, Journey into the Mind. Figment mixes elements of music, art, and puzzle adventure, and it all takes place in the human subconscious. Each boss you fight has their own theme song and battle style too. Figment is free to try with a full game in-app purchase for $4.99 USD. The Mac App Store version goes for $19.99 USD. The game is also coming to Apple TV very shortly. Figment has support for 60 FPS on new devices. Number 13, we have Real Racing 3. For a long time, this game was the king of races on mobile. While it's still high up there, some other gems have taken its spot, like, I don't know, Grid Autosport. This game also supports 4-player split screen, and each player can use their own controller. Real Racing 3 is free to download. Number 12, we have Butter Royale. In Butter Royale, 32 contestants drop onto Butter Island and battle to be the last one standing. It's a family-friendly version of the Battle Royale genre. For instance, guns launch food, unlockable characters are cartoonish, and there is a flood of butter that closes in on the map. Butter Royale is available to download on Apple Arcade. Number 11 is Forma 8. Forma 8 is a unique take on the proven Metroidvania action-adventure formula, with a striking visual style and a huge world to explore. The touchscreen controls are a little bit awkward. It's so much better with a controller, trust me. Forma 8 costs $4.99 USD across iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV. The Mac App Store version goes for $8.99 USD. Number 10, we have Forgotten Memories. On the 17th of December 2019, Forgotten Memories was updated to version 1.6.6, which allowed players to control most game functions and menus with a gamepad controller. It's a wonderful and highly underrated third-person horror game, which is similar to classic Resident Evil or Silent Hill games. Forgotten Memories costs $4.99 USD and supports 60 FPS gameplay. Number 9 is Daggerhood. The visuals here are similar to the platformer Celeste, but the gameplay is very different. You can throw a dagger to hurt enemies or to teleport to a location. Controller support is limited to gameplay only. It doesn't work for menu interaction. Number 8, we have Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Back in 2013, this was one of the best console games on mobile. It's old now, but it still brings a great story set in the Star Wars universe, with amazing worlds to see and fun gameplay. Plus it has been updated with improved resolutions and aspect ratios. KOTOR costs $9.99 USD across iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Number 7 is Modern Combat Versus. Get ready to deploy into 4 vs 4 FPS multiplayer battles, featuring different competitive team-based game modes. With a controller in hand, it feels like a console experience enhanced by the advanced graphics too. Modern Combat Versus is free to play and supports 60 FPS gameplay. Please note, controller support is limited to gameplay only, it doesn't work for menu interaction. Number 6, we have Sky Gamblers Storm Raiders 2. Here we have a plain vehicle combat game. Sure, the graphics are not that amazing, that said it has pretty immersive gameplay, great audio design and lots of content to keep you engaged. Storm Raiders 2 costs $4.99 USD on all platforms. Please note, on Mac, to use a controller, just enable Gamepad in the options menu. Please note, the game doesn't fit the full screen aspect ratio of 2018 iPad Pros. Number 5 is Gangsta Vegas. I almost didn't put this game in the video because of the occasional pop-up advertisements. But with a controller in hand, it's so much fun. It's very similar to GTA, obviously, just with a more mobile game tone, and the gameplay is a little more clunky. It's completely free to play if you didn't know. Number 4, we have the Swords of Ditto. Like many other action RPG games, the Swords of Ditto plays like a charm with the controller. It's born for it. That said, it's still perfectly playable with the touchscreen. I just prefer a controller for it. Overall, it's such a well-designed game, from the animations, combat, dialogue, and exploration. The Swords of Ditto costs $5.99 USD. Give it a go because it's a gem. Number 3 is Grand Mountain Adventure. This is an open world ski and snowboard game. There are huge mountains that players can try out, filled with different missions. While going downhill, you can perform tricks from flips, spins, corks, rails, and so on. Grand Mountain Adventure is free to try with a full game in-app purchase for $4.99 USD. Number 2, we have Bendy and the Ink Machine. This is my favorite horror game on mobile, with a haunting atmosphere and a well thought out story. It's the same game as the console or PC version, except it plays at 30 frames and controller support is limited to gameplay only. It doesn't work for menu interaction. Bendy and the Ink Machine costs $6.99 USD. How many times have I said USD in this video? Number 1, we have Lego Builder's Journey. This one is a Lego adventure telling the story of a child and a parent going on a big adventure. You have to connect the pair together in each level to move through the stages. You might find connecting Lego bricks difficult at first, but stay with it as it just takes some time to get used to. Lego Builder's Journey is available to download on Apple Arcade. What games do you play on your Apple device with a controller? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, as it took so much time to put together for you. It took so long. If you're new, you should subscribe, as this is the best place on the internet to find games for all your Apple devices. Anyway, thanks for watching.